Hey guys, welcome to a Rec Room tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make Tycoon gadgets and how to use them. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so in this example right here, this is what we are going to be making. So you can add money and it will add up. And then I still can't upgrade. And then when you have 10 or more, you're going to be able to upgrade. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to make it so that when you don't have enough money, it's going to tell you that you don't have enough money. Okay, so to do the Tycoon gadgets, you're going to need a make pen, obviously. So grab a make pen, get an open palette, then you want to go to props and dynamic, and we want to start off by grabbing two buttons. So once you've got your two buttons, you want to click configure on your make pen, and configure each one of them, doesn't really matter, and you want to name one of them add. And you want to name the other one upgrade. Okay, so once you're done with that, you're going to go to open palette, gadgets, math chips, and grab a boolean chip. So you can place the boolean chip wherever you want, but I'd recommend placing it next to the upgrade button so you know what you're doing. Okay, so next step, you're going to go to open palette, gadgets, math chips, and you're going to grab 3 combinator chips. So you want to place them just like so. And then you want to click configure on your make pen. Configure the bottom one or the top one, doesn't really matter, or each of them, but I'd recommend just, like, you know, keeping things in order and stuff so you know what you're doing. So you want to configure the bottom one to multiplication sign, which is this sign right here, and then the top one to the negative sign. And then leave the middle one as it is. So once you're done with that, you want to go to open palette, you want to go to gadgets, math chips, and grab a compare chip. So once you've got a compare chip, you want to click configure on your make pen, and then you want to configure the compare chip and set it to greater than or equal. So once you're done with the compare chip, you want to go to open palette, props, dynamic, and you want to go to the last page and grab a sign. Okay, so once you've got your sign, you want to click configure on your make pen, configure the sign, and go to message 0, and you want to set that to R signal. If you don't know what that is, I will make a tutorial on how to use signs in a future video. But the R signal is this red pin, and you have the G signal and the B signal as well, and the text selector. As I said, I'm going to be making a tutorial on all of these pins in a future video. Okay, so it's time to get wiring. So what you want to do is you want to wire one button is pressed of the upgrade button to any pin on the boolean chip. So I'm just going to choose the red pin. And then you want to wire one button is pressed on the add button to the red pin, to the red input of the combinator chip that has a plus sign. And then you want to wire the green input to the red output. So then it will save the number. And then you want to wire the red output of this combinator chip to the red input of the compare chip. So then once you're done, you want to wire the red output of the compare chip to any input on the same boolean chip that you have wired the button to. So I'm just going to choose the green pin. Then what you want to do is you want to wire the red output of this boolean chip to the red input of the combinator chip that has a multiplication sign. And then you want to wire the red output of that combinator chip to the green input of the combinator chip that has a negative sign. And then you want to wire the red output of the combinator chip that has a negative sign to the blue input of the combinator chip that has a plus sign. And then you want to wire the red output of this combinator chip to the R signal on the sign, which is this red pin. So far you should have something looking like this. Okay, so the next step is optional. What you want to do is you want to click configure on your make pen, and you want to configure the green input of this combinator chip that has a multiplication sign. You want to configure it. And let's say you want the upgrade to be if you have 15 or more money, then you're going to be able to upgrade. So you want to set it to 15 or whichever number you choose. And then you want to go over to the compare chip and do the same thing. But it has to be the same number as the combinator chip. Okay, so now you should be done. So let's test it out. Okay, so it adds money. You can't upgrade yet. Still can't upgrade. Then if I have 15 or more, I can upgrade. So, yeah, this is how you make a basic Tycoon gadget mechanism, whatever you want to call it. And now let's move on to the next step on making it tell you if you don't have enough money to upgrade. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to Open Palette, then Gadgets, and then Math Chips, and you want to grab another Boolean chip right on top of this one. And then you want to grab a Compare chip and place it right next to the Boolean chip. And then you want to click Configure on your Make Pen, configure the Boolean chip, and set it to greater than. So if the red pin is greater than 0, it will send a signal. And then you want to configure the Compare chip again and activate Advanced mode on it. I can make a tutorial on that if you guys want. Just comment down in the description. Okay, so once you're done with that, you want to go to Open Palette, Gadgets, Other Chips, and you want to grab a Message chip. You want to place that right next to the Compare chip. Okay, so once you're done, you want to click Configure on your Make Pen, configure the Message chip, and write down your message. So this is my message. You don't have enough money. Okay, so what this configuration does is when a player presses the upgrade button, not this button because it doesn't have the configuration activated, when a player presses the upgrade button, it will output their player ID. Okay, so now let's start wiring. What you want to do is you want to wire the else output on this Boolean chip, not this one, but this one. You want to wire the else output, which is the green pin, to any pin on this Boolean chip. So I'm just going to choose the red one. And then what you want to do is you want to wire the when button is pressed output from the upgrade button to any pin on this Boolean chip. I'm just going to choose green. And you want to wire when button is pressed again to the if signal on the Compare chip that is set to advanced mode. Then what you want to do is you want to wire the red output of this Boolean chip to the red input of this Compare chip. And you don't have to configure the green pin. And then last step, you want to wire the red output of this Compare chip for a play for player on this message chip. And you should be done. So now if I press this button, it should say you don't have enough money. That is great. So we know that works, but now we have to test it. Okay, so I have more than 15 money, so I can upgrade now. So let's try it. Great, it works. It didn't say a message or anything, and now if I press it again, I don't have enough money. It will say a message. Great. Alright guys, that's it for this Rec Room tutorial. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on a Rec Room tutorial. And I will be making a part 2 of this on how you can make it so that you can buy weapons and you can like upgrade your weapon and stuff. And you can just like try and mess around, see what you can do. Maybe you'll do something that I'm gonna do in part 2. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.